Now, what do you guys think about, I know there's the comment that you had in the newspaper about it, the year that we were marching and we were directly behind the bare bum division of the parade.
Yes.
Every year the same controversy comes up and the same argument is made, and as we're finding in Toronto this year, the argument is once again being made by a man who, despite claims to not being anti-gay, has a rather unfortunate history of making anti-gay comment after anti-gay comment. So, what's your take? What do we feel about the parade? People say it's too sexualized, it's overt.
It's such a small portion. I mean, of the, I don't know how many marchers there are. 2.5 hours of people passing by, what, 30 people, maybe?
That take about 30 seconds.
To walk past you.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is, we're there to support diversity.
Yeah.
Diversity in all its forms. We don't draw the line at the people we support and the people we don't support. If we're open to diversity and we want it for our families, we want it for your families too. So I don't have a problem with it. No one is mandated to attend the parade. You go by choice.
Well, one of the things I've heard people say is, what about the people who, it just happen to be walking by and see it? And I guess my experience in parades is you can't really accidentally stumble onto a pride parade.
No. In fact, if
you got to get there early.
If you're not there 2 hours early, you're going to be 10 people deep.
Yeah.
You're not going to suddenly see something. We've also stood at the side and watched the parade and heard the call as people are coming down, like a mummy alert.
Yeah.
Mummy alert, turn the children round or whatever.
Yeah.
And as your dad says, 25 seconds later, the bare breasts are gone, or the.
And at the same
time, it seems to be more the naked men that's the problem, as opposed to the bare breasts.
Well, nobody's complaining about it.
I gotta say, not that I'm really mentioning any Toronto politicians and his brother, but I find it very odd that they keep saying, oh, men in Speedos, men in naked men, and I'm thinking, for such a self-professed heterosexual, there's plenty of perky young breasts on display, which for the record, in Toronto at least, is completely legal.
It's legal. Yeah. It's legal. And also, the men being bare in the parade is not, in fact, considered an illegality, in that they are participating in a pride parade.
Yeah.
Let's remember it's a pride parade.
Yeah.
It's not the Easter parade. It's not the Santa Claus parade. It is the pride parade to celebrate diversity. And I think in that context, it has a place.
No, I mean, the argument tends to come up every year or so, and people say it's the one day we should be showing everyone how normal we are. Some of us are never going to be perceived as normal. Some of us have no intention of being perceived as normal. And I would, at least in my stance, has always been, pride is not about showing anybody who's a hater anything. It's about doing what you want. And
it's a parade.
Well, and give yourself 24 hours to not care what a negative person's going to see. I think a lot of gay people spend every other day of their lives trying to appear to be the best damn representative of a homosexual to the anti-gay contingent. I mean, I'm certainly not one of them, but...
Normal is such...
Left-handed people aren't normal.
No, they're not. And we used to revile them.
Yes, as we should, because they're sinister.
Normal is the fact that we need to conform to make someone else comfortable when that other person can avert their eyes. For a few seconds.
Or avert their mindset eventually over
time. And really dwelling on that, I would actually think that the Pride Parade is not really very sexual. I'm sorry.
I agree, actually.
It's such a celebratory parade that I don't think sex is actually a huge part of it. Fun, music, dance, everything else is a huge part of it. Costume, togetherness, all of these great things. It's a day of hugging.
Yeah.
It's a day of hugging.
Yeah. That's what I've always felt.
There's a camaraderie.
Yeah.
Back to a pride in 1978 when we were in San Francisco. What I remember from that Pride Parade, which is really strange actually, were the numbers of people marching under signs saying gay accountants or gay nurses.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact that
It was all sections of society.
it was yes, it was again the diversity.
Well, we were marching near the gay doctors last year.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, which I think that's an important aspect to Pride as well.
Yeah.
It's showing that gay, first of all, doesn't care your religion, doesn't care your ethnicity, doesn't care your level of life.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just showing diversity in all its forms. And I think that's a huge part of the Pride Parade as well.
Yeah, I'm reticent about when there's the things that we want fewer people to march or not march in this way. I think the message would be better strengthened if it was that more people join in. I don't want to tell anybody they can't march or they can only march on my terms. And I think that that's the wrong message. The message should be, if you'd like people to see something else in the parade, come
Bring it in.
Join us.
Well,
Yeah.
it's an inclusive. It's not exclusive. And so we can only be inclusive if we invite everyone to participate.